Hello.
Hi.
Hey, welcome to History Boomerang. Woo, go.
I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix. I always say, come on, let's go. Just when I ought to say nix.
We are we are ending the night. We picked that song out special because I want to tell Linda about
I'm afraid.
something called Cactus Chastity.
I'm sorry, but it sounds really painful.
It we just sorry we just ate at a Mexican restaurant tonight, and they have a little store too. They just opened, and we walked to the store just to see it, and they had cactus, and we were talking about on the world that you would do with cactus, and never mind. But we were talking about what you do with cactus. And we come home and we read about Cactus Chastity. So we want to tell you about it. And we're not talking about Cher's
We're not talking about what?
daughter, son either. We're talking about Cactus Chastity.
Okay.
So I want to tell Linda about it. The chastity of many young, unmarried, and untouched girls was a matter of great importance and respect among many Native American nations.
Is this a history lesson you
Yeah,
taught in
yeah.
school?
No.
Good.
They already ready to fire me for teaching the truth. So the girls' protection sometime in the Native American tribes would be to use some rather unusual methods to.
Okay.
And the Cheyenne would knot a rope around a young girl's waist and thighs in a manner that she could not. I'm not going to use funny words. I'm going to use the word. She could not have intercourse
Okay.
without great trouble. We're not using baby words,
That's,
I'm tempted, but
we're adults. It's all
we're
good.
adults. Everybody is watching video as an adult. So the women had to wear this rope at night, and whenever they traveled abroad, I'm not sure where abroad is, but they traveled abroad from from the time they reached your face is not in the camera. From the time they reached puberty until they were married.
Okay. I'd have gotten married at a really young age.
Really? Tell us a little bit more about that. Can we have Dwayne here to talk to us? Okay, now.
Well, I didn't have to wear one of those,
Apparently not. How many
First
kids
of
do you
all-
have?
First of all,
How many
I'm
kids?
not
You're
Indian.
3 kids. Now, let's move on with this.
Yes, please.
We haven't even gotten to the cactus yet.
I'm afraid.
Other tribes use more drastic measures. Anthropologists, every bit of the stuff I'm telling you is documented. I'm not kidding. Anthropologists have unearthed a rock shelter in Val Verde, if I'm saying that right, County, Texas. And they have unearthed in a rock a
Lost your place, didn't you?
no. I didn't lose my place. I'm trying to think how to say it, but I'm just going to read it from
Just
the book.
say it. Just say it.
That they have found a prickly pear cactus leaf that most likely had served as a southwestern equivalent of a chastity belt. Pretty much like the ones we saw in the Mexican restaurant tonight.
You saw chastity belts in the
We saw
Mexican
cactus.
restaurant?
We saw cactus.
Cactus. Okay. I'm sitting here thinking,
They're
you
that-
saw some
They're
mine.
that shape. Don't you remember? It's not been that long.
Yes, but the way you read it made it sound like you
Yes.
saw chastity belts there, and I'm like,
Well,
okay.
apparently we did. So anyway, but I bet the Mexican restaurant doesn't know that, or they can use that in
Let's
their
not tell them.
They
I'm
can
afraid
use
it would
in their
start
advertising.
something. It'd be
Say,
bad.
have your margarita
And
Never
learn
mind.
about prehistoric birth control.
Never mind. So anyway,
Cacti.
the cactus leaf curves slightly at its base. We saw this tonight. And on the concave side, that's a good vocab word for you young kids who I hope aren't watching. That means means the inside of the cactus.
It's the part that caves in. That's concave.
That's right.
That's how I remembered it
That's
when I was
very
a kid.
good. Okay, so on the concave side, there are no spines or bristles on this pear cactus. And even on the other side, what's the opposite of concave?
Convex.
Very good, because that vexes, right?
Yeah, apparently it did in this case.
So anyway, on the other side of that cactus, there aren't any long bristles. That's good for you Indian men, or excuse me, you Native American men. But there are clumps of small, sharp bristles.
I think it would encourage Indian women to either have extremely thin thighs or they'd be walking real funny. Just saying.
So anyway, 2/3 of the cactus's circumference is reinforced by 2 strands of slender bear grass. A minute ago when we were talking about this, Linda says, I just can't picture that.
I still can't, but okay.
Well, but this,
Go ahead.
with these loops, I was looking at time, we're probably going to have to stay under 10 for this because we're at 6 now, but we're almost done. With these, but how many times do you need to talk about cactus chastity belts? I
If
don't
we
know.
could quit laughing, it'd probably cut it
Yes,
down to
it
under
would.
4.
Yeah, okay. Sit, Linda. Look at the camera and be serious.
I can't.
Well, look, I can do it. Watch.
All right, then do it.
Your face is so red. Linda's had, by the way, Dwayne, Linda's had 1 white Russian.
One. Only one.
I've had 2.
When did you make a second one?
A while ago when you were doing something else, I didn't ask you because your face gets
I
much redder.
didn't need any more.
Where were we?
I don't know.
2/3.
Laughing. And
2/3 of the cactus's circumference is reinforced by 2 strands of slender bear grass. They got that just off of a fresh killed bear.
I don't think that's true. I don't think bear grass has anything to do with a bear.
Sure?
Yes, I think it has to do with grass. But
Must be big grass.
whatever. But you
I'm
should
sorry.
look it up.
Serious.
Okay.
I have to get serious.
All right.
Because we're not joking about this.
We're not.
I didn't joke to you about the molasses.
Okay.
And I'm not joking to you. And I forgot to turn my open sign on. It just hit me. That's okay. We're open. Open for business.
It's time to wrap this
Stop
up.
looking at me. Yeah, I know. We have to wrap it up in number
Okay.
10. So anyway, there were 2, they were reinforced by 2 strands of freshly killed bear grass. And then there were loops sewn in at the base and the 2 sides. This is what Linda was saying she couldn't picture. And in these loops, the girl could attach, the Native American maiden could attach the cactus to her sides, kind of like using a girdle, which some of you older women may have to explain that to the younger kids. We used to wear girdles. We won't go into that. And then the cactus then formed a considerable deterrent to the would-be seducers. And we hurry and we say goodbye to you real quick. We're going to stay under 10.
Okay. Bear grass is a stout perennial arising from a woody.
Yeah, she's looking
Anyway,
it
it's
up
grass.
about bear
It's grass.
grass, about being that. She can't just go with me. that-
No, I
She
can't.
can't just go with me. Get your face in the camera. She can't just go with me. It's a fresh killed bear. You know.
It isn't.
My story. Whose story's better?
Yours,
bear
but-
grass,
but, you know.
or a fresh killed bear.
But you're trying to give historical facts, and then you're making stuff up to go with it. So
You know,
whatever.
I got 20 seconds before you hit 10.
All
When
right.
I do historical facts, you got to just have a little bit of fun.
Okay.
Because remember, Linda, this is live and it is
Raw.
Bye.
So were those virgins when they had the pear.
You should
Prickly
not-
pear cactus.
Oh, we got to quit on that bag. Oh my! I hope you didn't hear her joke.